take a day trip with us in a seaplane from Key West to Dry Tortugas. When we first arrived, we checked in, got some drinks in a cooler, signed all the paperwork, and met our pilot. Ironically, he was from Nashville. Then we headed outside to load up the seaplane. There were two that were gone at the same time, but our whole group was inside one. The plane itself was pretty spacious, but very hot, so be prepared for that. I believe each of them fit about 10 people. Once on board, we were given a headset, and during the flight, it played a pre-recorded tour, but the pilot would also come on periodically to make it a bit more personalized. The views were literally out of this world. The pilot showed us a few of the many shipwrecks, and I thought this shot was really cool because it had one of the shipwrecks and then also another plane flying below us. Landing on the water was such a cool experience. We were going so fast, and it's just so cool that a plane can land on water. Once we arrived, we unpacked the plane and headed towards Fort Jefferson. I would definitely recommend the later of the two tours that day due to the ferry leaving and it not being so packed. We learned that Fort Jefferson began construction in 1845. However, it was never finished nor fully armed and was abandoned by the Army in 1874. Today, there are about 8 to 12 park rangers who live there and are responsible for managing and maintaining the park. They also have to generate their own power and water. After about 2.5 hours of walking around and snorkeling, it was time to head back. Taking off from the water was another really cool experience. We felt like we were so close to those boats, but in reality, we knew we were far away. And they waved to us goodbye. The pilot did a great job at making sure that both sides of the plane got to see the same things, whether it was on the way there or on the way back. On the way back, we saw more wildlife than we did on the way there. Tons of sea turtles, some sharks, and somebody even saw a whale. I thought this was a nice shot of the entire island, including the fort. And this was one of the shipwrecks I was talking about. Apparently, this one has a lot of treasure. After about a 30-minute ride, we made it back to Key West and ended the trip with a great little view of the southernmost point. It was a 10 out of 10.